Hey guys, welcome to IT Buddies channel. So this is the part 5, or you can say the last part of NetflixClone. So this is the project that we are going to build using React.js and Firebase. If you haven't watched our previous parts, then you can check my description. I added the video links there. Now without wasting any time, let us move inside our project. Now remember, inside the part 1, we are implementing the template named Redux inside our React app. So now the time is come to implement the Redux. So you can see inside the store.js, we have to apply some modification. So first of all, what is Redux? So Redux is a huge store and it has the functionality like reducer, action, dispatch, subscribe method. All of these methods are the part of Redux because every time our new user will be open our Netflix app, he will be go automatically inside the home screen with the help of Redux because inside our Redux there is an action of login and logout. User can actually log in or log out because we are not implementing the login and logout functionality for each and every user of our this app. So we are applying this common store named Redux inside our app. If you not familiar with Redux, then you have to go inside Redux docs and you can also read this documentation. This is too simple. Now inside this store.js, I want to apply some modification like instead of counter, I write here user and I want to remove this counter.js and counter module.css file because this is not necessary and I move this part from counter to features. So I delete this part counter. Inside our features folder, there is only one file that is counter/slice.js, but I want to rename with user slice. So inside our this file, first we have to change the path. So now save the file and go inside this user slice now. Here, first of all, instead of counter, I use everywhere user and instead of this value I applying user null because remember we write here user null and if our user null then he have to go inside the login screen. So instead of this I write here user null and then this is our reducers. So first I want to remove this by default stuff and instead of this let us create our action that is login and log out. We have to provide our state and action for our reducer. action dot payload, and for logout we are only using the state. So I write here state dot user is null now. So if our user is null, then he will be logged out. And here we change the state of our user according to our action that will be passed out with this text. Now after this, here we have to export our action, that is login and logout, and here instead of counter slice we writing user slice. First I want to remove these unnecessary comments and also this part. So now here instead of this I want to use user, and here instead of value we are writing user. So I also write here user. Make sure here we are writing small u. Now the save the file. This is the basic stuff that we have to write in Redux. There is reducers that have state and action. So this is our two actions. First is login and logout. And by using dispatch, we are call this login and logout actions. And here this is the user slice. So our every user will divided with this user slice with this single component. We are not writing the code of every user. This is the magic of Redux. Redux is like a huge store that reduces the complexity of our project we are implementing here. Bear with me whenever I will go further inside our project. You will completely understand if you are not familiar with this Redux. Now after this stuff we have to go inside the app.js, because remember here we have to apply this functionality. So first of all, instead of this, now we have to use the actual user inside our app, and for that we are going to use select user. First of all, I write here use selector, select user, and this will import from our user slice. And we also have to import our two action, that is login and log out. So here instead of null we are actual pass our user, and remember I mentioned the dispatch method to call the reducer. Right here use dispatch. So first of all we have to import this. So import use dispatch and use selector method from React Redux. So now let us use this. So First of all, instead of this empty state, we are actually passing our dispatch, and here logged in, we are call our action that is login, and our login action is inside the reducer, and to call our reducer we are going to use this dispatch. So here we are passing our user ID because every user has individual user ID, user auth dot user ID, and the email of our user. Then to log out, here we are writing dispatch log out. Here you can see use selector is not working. Yes, because here we have to write use selector. So first we have to go inside get started, and here let us sign it joel@gmail.com, and password is abc and whenever I will go on the sign in button, nothing is happen because inside our user slice, yes, here is an typo. We have to write here payload, and now save the file, refresh the page. Here you will see our app will automatically fetch joel@gmail.com. Password is abc, and whenever I click on sign in, you can see here I am inside my Netflix app, and whenever I refresh the page, it will automatically fetch that I already registered earlier inside my app. Yes, and another mistake is inside this sign up screen. I want to remove this on submit editing because whenever I press enter, it will confuse where to go inside the register function or sign in function. So this create warning. So look at this guys. Whenever I open an app inside another window, you can see the app automatically fetch that I already registered earlier inside my app. This looks too good. Now I want to add an functionality like whenever I will in my home screen and I click on this avatar, you can see here this profile screen will appear, and whenever I click on this, our home screen now rendering. So let us import this functionality first. Now move inside our app.js, and here I want to create a new screen. So route, and this is our profile screen. So I write here path profile screen. Now we have to import this instead of login. Here I write profile and save the file. Inside our screens, let us create a new file, profile screen.js, and here I am writing the default code, and this is profile screen. Now save the file. So we are adding the click functionality here. So for that, this is our home screen and this is our navbar. So we have to jump inside our navbar component. So here we are using history. We use history and you can see I import this from React router, and with the help of this our app will remember to go forward or go back with these buttons. So let us write here for this outer on click. So whenever I click on that, it will be pushed inside my history, and that is our profile screen. Like save our file, refresh the page. I click on this, you can see here this is profile screen because it will push inside this null history the profile screen, and it will also remember whenever I go back it will pop. So I came out from my history, or you can see the profile. Now let us improve our profile screen now. So here instead of this text, first I want to display the navbar. So let us import nav, save the file and refresh our page. You can see here our navbar component is also showing inside my profile screen, but whenever I click on this nothing is happen. So similar like this, we are applying on click functionality to our Netflix logo, and here I will be go back to this default page. So whenever I will click on this, you can see here I am at my default page. Let us go inside profile screen now, and after this navbar, we are adding functionality like this, edit profile and this stuff. So for that, here I want to create a new div with class name profile screen, and inside that add one and write here edit profile, then another class and the name, that is profile screen info, and here I want to display the image of our this user. So image, and inside this source I want to display this image. So let us copy this and paste here. Let us save the file. You can see here nice logo is added. We apply CSS later. Now after this logo we want to display our email in this button. After this I want to create another div. Let us apply class name, that is totally up to you, but I write here profile screen details. First, I want to display our user email. So now save the file. You can see here user is not defined. For that, we have to import our authentication variable. Import auth from Firebase, and I want to remove this. And remember, each user is have individual user slice. So we have to first create a variable name user, because here we display the email of our user. So first we have to select our user selector, select user. So now we have to import this. Now save the file. You can see here my email address is displayed successfully because we get our user email, and each user have the individual email, so we display here like this. Now after this I want to display the plans, and we will apply this functionality in another part, but now let us declare our profile screen plans. So after this, class name is file screen plans. Inside this I want to display the button for our sign out. And whenever I click on this button, we will be sign out. And remember, for this we are implementing our authentication variable from Firebase. So sign out. So this is a function that provided by Google Firebase to sign out from our app. And let us apply the class name because we apply CSS for our button later. Class name will be profile screen sign out because this is sign out button. So let us write here sign out. You can see here sign out button is added successfully. Now the time is come to apply CSS for our profile screen. So I want to import this profile screen.css, and let us create this file. Now I want to apply CSS for our this whole profile screen div like this. Color will be white, and I want to use the whole height So you can see here the text color is applied successfully. Now I want to apply CSS for our body. So we want to wrap up our whole this stuff inside a new div, name profile screen body, and let us apply CSS for profile screen here. Yes, our functionality is now same. After this, let us apply CSS for our profile screen body that will after this navbar. I want to write here display flags. Then flags direction is column, so it will show vertically. Then I want to use half width. To maintain aspect ratio, I apply margin left, auto, and also margin right. Then let us apply padding top. It will be come down from this navbar. So padding top is like 8%. Then max width that I want to apply 800 pixels. So now save the file. Nothing is changed because we forgot to make dot. Yes, you can see here the nice padding is applied because we write here padding top 800%, then margin left auto, margin right auto, and this looks vertically because we are applying flex direction column. Then let us apply CSS for our this class. Display flags. You can see here this display flags, so it will be show horizontally. Now the time is come to apply CSS for this image tag, profile screen, info, and then I want to go inside my image, and here I am writing height 100 vh, 100 pics. So this looks nice now. And now let us apply style for this h1 tag. Here edit profile, so profile screen, body, then go inside this h1. Let us write this CSS, so you can see here this looks bold because we apply font weight, and border bottom is also applied here. Now let us apply CSS for our this profile details. You can also copy this CSS from my GitHub repository link. So we are applying CSS for our this class profile screen details. You can see here the color white is applied for our this text. Then margin left is also apply here. Then for our H2 user email, background color is apply, font size, padding left. Now let us apply CSS for our button. So for that we are using this profile screen sign out class. I want to write here this. So you can see here padding apply, our top and bottom, font size, background color is red, text is white now, cursor is pointer, you can see, and this looks same as our this screen. Yes, and whenever I will click on this button, I am signed out because we are writing here authentication.signout function. We have to sign in again inside my app, and whenever I click on sign in, I am inside my profile screen, and whenever I click on this Netflix logo, I am inside my home screen. So our login screen, profile screen and sign up screen functionality is added successfully. So our project Netflix clone is complete now. I hope you did this project exactly like me, and if you got any error while programming, then you can check my description. I added the video link of my GitHub repository, so you can simply copy the code in your computer. And the last thing I want to say, if you like our project, then please subscribe my channel and turn the bell notification on to get notification of my new videos. Thank you and bye bye guys. Keep watching to IT Buddies.